Hey, Coach. So glad you found our video. Just like Wesley here, hope you have your hand up. Make sure you go over and subscribe and like. We really appreciate that. You'll get a new video every day if you do that. Second thing is go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Let me help you win some state championships. Let me help you 30 plus years of coaching. Let me help you through it, save time, have more fun, win more games. I know that's what we all want to do. So go over and check out teachhoops.com and let's head off to the video.
Hey everybody, happy Sunday. Today we're going to talk about culture and how important it is in building your team. And people always talk about it's like leadership. People talk about it, but I don't think they always understand things that go into culture. It's one of those words that I think people just kind of throw around. But before we do that, I would like to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine in the market. Our third one just arrived and sitting in my gym. Just got set up by the custodians, so I'm super excited about it. And yeah, I'm excited to get in there and start using it. So mention Coach Unplugged, high school hoops, 5-minute basketball coaching podcast, Teach Hoops, whatever. Mention me, and they'll give you $350 off your next purchase. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. We always tell our student athletes that they should be working on their craft while you should be working on your craft. I know I'm working on mine all the time. For those of you that are watching on YouTube, you can see it. I'm in my office. But I just started um, a quarterly membership. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep it around. Less than $100 for 3 months. Come on, you get that 14-day free trial. Come over and join it. I'm not sure how long I'm going to leave that, but it would be a great time to come over and kick the tires around before summer and in the off season. So, group culture. Okay, a couple things about it, and I'm just going to give you some things to think about, some things to dive into. Cultures, and this is a quote: "Culture is a living relationship working toward a shared goal." Okay, it's not something you are; it's something you do, and I believe that is true. We all know it works. We just don't know how it works, right? It impacts the group members. It impacts the group satisfaction. I think culture does that. So there are three basic skills after doing a deep dive into this that I believe build a great culture. Okay, and I'll go through each one of them and then I'll summarize at the end. First one is to build safety. So connections and belonging, identity, feeling safe, feeling that they are part of something bigger than themselves. And that I know early on that was something that I had to build in a program that hadn't been winning into one of the top ones in the Midwest, one of the most successful programs in the last 30 years, probably in the state of Wisconsin. If you just look at what we've been able to do. But I had to build connections, and that's one of the things in this off season I really missed. It was those connections. But um, I had to make the feel of I had to make the players feel like they belonged, that there was a connection with me and their teammates, and there was an identity and historical thing that they could be the ones to build the history. They could be the ones to put us on the map. So that's the first one, build safety. Second one is share vulnerability. So early in my career, this was hard, but luckily when I became the head coach, I was able to do this. I was able to share the things I didn't know. I was able to challenge them and ask them to be vulnerable and to risk things and work on things and play in games and do things that we would have never thought of doing. Going and winning, the only boys program in the state of Wisconsin ever to win national tournaments. I think we won two. We won the Kingdom of the Sun and we won Windermere Prep, whatever that one's called. So we've won several national tournaments, and we've competed against some of the top players in the country. And with that, they had to have that willingness to take a risk, to go play a top 50 team in the country, to be a ranked team, a top 20 ranked team in the country. They had to be willing to try to beat those teams, because to be the best, you got to beat the best. So they had to have that shared risk, and they had that shared vulnerability. And then the last thing is establish a purpose, a shared set of goals and values that we wanted. And early in our career, that was to win every, I started it really slow. It was to win, every home game. It was to be in the top 3 in conference. It was to beat one of our rivals. It was to win conference. It wasn't, so we had to have shared goals, which that's a whole different podcast, but we had to have shared goals and values that we wanted to do as a cohesive group. And as I tell them, and this is really their team. This isn't my team. This is their team. And what we do moving forward, is going to be as a group. So I think that's really important. So again, the 3 skills, the 3 things that you have to build if you're going to build culture, build safety, a shared risk or vulnerability, and an established set of goals or purpose, is really important when you're building culture. And if you don't have culture, you can't win. So have a great Sunday. I hope it's great where you are. And have a great day. And we'll talk soon. Bye.
Hey, Coach, glad you're liking the video. Make sure you like down below. That helps us a ton. Subscribe, hit the little bell up above, get a notification when we go live every day. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.